Hi, folks. This is Bob Jakes with Yes Reports, and I am pleased to be with you today. Today, I'm going to talk to you about cold calling. I hate cold calling. Now, I've been a salesman most of my life, working for different companies, but the one thing that has been constant is the fact that I hate cold calling. Matter of fact, at my present age, I won't take a task on if it requires cold calling. But don't be afraid. I have an answer to this problem. After being in business for so many years, I found an answer to this problem. Now, what is your job as a salesperson? Is it to sell? Is it to service a customer? Is it to do both? Is it to grow a business for your employer or grow a business for your family or yourself? The answer is yes to all those questions. So it requires you to have a constant stream of new customers as well as your present customers. So now how do you get new customers if you hate cold calling? I have the answer for you. I have the answer for you. I've come up with a solution that has worked for me very successfully. Very, very successfully. So if you hate cold calling, here's how I do it. I don't mind warm market calling. That's where I know the person, I've met the person, I have something I could talk to with the person, or I also consider warm market calling contacts which a person that I know has referred me to. So I can get on the phone and I could say, hey, John Smith or Mary Jane told me to give you a call. And I know something specific about that person. Told me to give you a call to talk to you about blah, 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 blah. Something about their business and how I can help them. Because as a salesperson, your job is to solve problems, to make your customer's life better, to make more money for your customer, to solve problems for them, and to make more money for them. That is your job. You're not there to sell a widget or a gadget or software. You are there to make their life easier and more profitable. That's your job. So if you go out with the attitude that they need you, you just need to let them know and let them realize that they need you. It makes the barrier much easier. Warm market calls. Don't mind those. Hate cold calling. So here's a way that I've developed from trial and error and from suggestions of others to have a ton of people to talk to whenever I want to. I go to networking sessions, and I have found that if you wear a little badge that says, please ask me how my day is. Not how is your day? No. Please ask me how my day is. Please ask me how my day is going. Put that really big on your chest because they are there to meet other folks. That's an icebreaker. Or if you know somebody there already, you could have them introduce you to others. So your job is to help other people. In life, if you go around trying to help other people, everything else falls in line. Go around trying to help other people. When you go to a networking session, a place, know what Mary Jane does, know what John Smith does, and go around to other people there and try to get business or introductions for Mary Jane and John Smith. That's your job. And in turn, they will, if they're the right person, turn around and do the same for you. So it's warm market introductions. And the same thing works with cold calling. Once you meet these people, you're not there to push products on them. You are not there to push products on them. You are there to get them more business, to give them introductions, to make their business more profitable. So if you go in with the attitude, I really have nothing to sell you, unless they ask you what you're selling, then of course you're going to do your job and you're going to try to sell them. But if you go in there with the attitude that you are there to help them with their business, the business to you, for you, will follow. It will. So learn their business, learn what they're all about, and try to get customers for them. Be an ambassador for them. And in turn, if you're dealing with a righteous person, they'll do the same thing for you. They'll give you tons of leads, tons of introductions. Your job is not to sell them. Your job is to make their life easier. Your job is to make their life more profitable. And if you provide a product or service that does that, then you could sell them. And they'll be happy to introduce folks to you. The other trick these days with caller ID, caller blocking, you get so much junk emails and so much junk phone calls, is if you call somebody that you know through a warm market, a lot of times they won't answer your call until you leave a message. Leave a message, by the way. If you're calling somebody and they're not answering, leave a message so your phone number does not end up as spam. But what I have learned is, people's lives are busy, is I send people an email, and in the info block, I say, hey, we met each other at such and such a place, or John Jones told me to call you about blah 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 blah, and I'm going to be calling you Friday morning between 10 and 11, if that works for you. If I don't hear back from you, I'll call you between 10 and 11 on Friday morning, and give them your phone number. My phone number is whatever it is, so they might recognize it. Or they might respond to your email and say, hey, I'm not good then. How about Tuesday afternoon? You just want to communicate with them, okay? You want to learn more about their business so you can help them become more profitable and get more business. And if you go out there with the attitude that you're there to help them, you're going to have more leads than you could ever dream of if you're dealing with the right person. They will give you leads, and they'll say to their buddy, oh, you're looking to rent this, or you buy this, or this software. My friend, or I know a person, his name is Bob Jakes, and he does that. Okay, they'll keep you in the back of their head. So if you go out there with the attitude that you are there to help them, everything will fall in line for you. Also, you're there to get leads. So don't forget to ask. Okay? Do not forget to ask. So if you go in there and you're talking to a person and you tell them quickly what you're all about, after you listen to them tell you what they're all about. See, you've heard this before from me. We have 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. And we should use them in that proportion. Let me repeat that. We have 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth, and we should use them in that proportion. Think about that for a minute. Think about that. So, if you go out there trying to help people, truly trying to help people, becoming a master networker, they will turn out to be one of your best lead sources. they will turn around if you're dealing with the right person, and they will help you. When you meet with them, your goal is to get a couple of leads from them. Who do you know that I can help? Who do you know that I could be of service to? Being of service to your fellow human being is important, and we cannot forget that. We cannot forget that we're here to serve others. Business will fall in place for you if you do the right thing. If you do the right thing and treat people right, business will fall in place for you. So your job, obviously, is to sell them, but your first job is to get a couple of leads from them. Warm market leads. So you can email them and you can say to them, John Jones or Mary Jane told me to reach out to you because they believe I could help you. Learn a little bit, do some research, find out what their business is all about. Ask Mary Jane or John Jones or John Smith what their leads business is all about. Become educated. With Google these days, with a little searching on the internet, you can find out a lot of information. Check out their website. See how you can really help them. And if you can't help them, maybe it's not a good fit. Not all leads are the right fit. But if you go out there in this world with the idea that you're going to help them, you're going to have a ton of warm market contacts. And that's what you're looking for. I hate cold calling. I hate cold calling. Folks, I want to thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me. I really do. Here's my 2 seconds of advertising. Please give us a thumbs up for our efforts. Please share this with your friends. Please share this with your friends and subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of great content coming out in the near future, and we would love to chat with you. By the way, if you have any ideas for a future show, you can email us. Let me put this on the screen right here. Let me put this banner on the screen. Let's see. So if you have an idea for a future show for us, you can email us at info@yesreports.com. It's info@yesreports.com. We would appreciate any positive emails. We like to deal with positive people. Life is too short. We don't have to deal with negative people. That's why I've learned at this age. So, I have a question for you. Really important question. And this is fun. I want you to comment below, okay, this YouTube video with the answer to this question. If you had an opportunity, knowing what you know now, if you had the opportunity to go back and talk to your 15-year-old self, what would you tell? What advice would you give your 15-year-old self? Knowing what you know now, if you had the opportunity to go back and talk to your 15-year-old self, what advice would you give your 15-year-old self? Take a moment, give us a thumbs up, comment below this YouTube video something positive. Answer that question, because it could help others. It really could. We are here on this world to help others. On this earth, in this world, to help others. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to us and watch this video. Share it out. Become one of our subscribers. Stay positive. Stay connected. Have a safe day, a super day. Thank you very much. Bye.